Hello, everybody. Welcome to the Sandbox Wednesday stream. I'm Alex Flores, aka Kamisazi, joined here in voice, mind, body, and soul by Lucas is Right. How you doing, Lucas?
Alex, I'm doing quite well. How are you today? It's a fancy hat. What is that?
This is I paused my game to be here hat. I've had this one for a long time now. I've had this hat for like almost 10 years now.
I'm looking at the smaller image of the window. All I saw was white writing, and I didn't know what it was.
Yeah, it's.
You recognize it now?
It reflects the light, so they kind of blur together, and it gets further away from the camera. So, real quickly, before we get into building, because the Wednesday streams are our building streams, I want to say hello to everybody. Hi, Birdsea. Hi, Tom Voxel. Hello, Go West. And thank you, Go West, for subscribing with Prime. They've subscribed for 16 months now. What? I didn't notice that. Thank you for being a continual subscriber, Go West. Subscribing is not something that we've ever asked our viewers to do because, that's not why we're here. Lucas and I do not get revenue from Twitch for doing this stream. We're actually paid by the Sandbox to be here, but we are still collecting that revenue so we can support the community clubhouse project, which we should be getting some ledgers set up soon for Panda and me to hold on to whatever is collected for the community there, including buying land with the proceeds raised by your subscriptions and also the ads that run on this channel. So thank you very much, Go West, for that. Actively helping build the community clubhouse by doing that. Lucas.
Yes.
I do know who is our first guest artist on the community clubhouse. Our guest builder.
Can you talk about it?
I'm not sure, actually. Let me
Why you keep teasing me with this, Alex?
Well now it's actually confirmed, and as I was about to say it, I'm like, wait. Panda. Can I mention this on stream?
Oh my word, and heavens to Betsy. Alex. There's a grizzly bear sighting in the chat.
Hey, Game Dizzy. It's been a minute.
What's up, Dizzy? How are you?
Hope you're all doing amazing. I hope you're doing amazing too, Game Dizzy. Hey, Sir Alican. All right, so we've got the Game Jam Season 5 Game Jam going on. It's got a 100k sand prize pool. Registration closes on the 16th. And let's just read through this real quick. It says, step into a wild and untamed adventure where creativity knows no bounds. Whether you're a first-time creator or a seasoned pro, the Game Jam, or the Season 5 Game Jam in the Sandbox is your opportunity to craft immersive worlds that fuse adrenaline-pumping action with awe-inspiring environments. No experience, no problem. With a no-code game maker tool, anyone can build unique experiences that challenge the mind and thrill the senses. Let your imagination run free and unleash your inner game designer. Picture this. You find yourself in a vast jungle teeming with life, ancient ruins hidden beneath sprawling canopies, and a rumbling volcano on the horizon, hinting at impending danger. Your mission? Master daring leaps across treacherous terrain, zipline through dense foliage, and navigate sandy beaches that stretch towards forgotten arcades and eerie museums. Each location brimming with secrets awaiting to be uncovered. All right, it talks more about the possibilities, but specifically, we've got ability mechanics. They're not just in the Alpha Season 5 hub. They are active for you as builders now. And in just a little bit, we're going to show you where you can find those in the Game Maker. So you can fly, double jump, and dance on air. There is a thing to learn about the abilities here, which I believe sends us to the docs.sandbox.game page. It does indeed. So we're just going to link to this whole article here. Use dynamic libraries. Don't have time to create assets? Take advantage of our dynamic library system, which offers a vast selection of free assets organized by environments and IPs. Includes such themes as jungle, volcano, arcades, and beach. I think arcades actually Oh well, there is Atari in there, which is kind of arcade, but there's also like a theme park.
Okay.
Don't wait, register here now. So that closes on the 16th. There is 18,000 sand, 14,000 sand, 10,000 sand, 8,000 sand, and 6,000 sand for our top 5 winning positions. 6th through 10th get 4,000 sand each, and honorable mentions, up to 10 of them, get 2,000 sand. Each one of these prize winners gets a 1x1 land, including the honorable mentions. So that's 20 land given out during the game jam.
Oh, wow.
Up to 20 lands given out during the game jam. And catalyst packs to help you mint assets for the marketplace. Once the season is over, the best 5 experiences from Season 5 Game Jam will automatically become a part of the Season 5 post-UGC event. A unique chance to get your experience played by our players. This event will include a prize pool accessible for all players who complete the EP objective. So April 2nd, registration opens. April 9th, there's a Game Jam kickoff, AMA, and theme reveal. April 10th, there's a live workshop. April 16th, registrations close. April 29th is the submission deadline. And May 17th, is that maybe May in French or something? Live award ceremony on Twitch at 6 p.m. UTC. That is our Saturday stream. And there's all the checklist of things to do, all the rules, terms and conditions, information about judging, all the usual stuff. You can check that out in the article yourself. What I wanted to do is I wanted to show you the abilities. So if you haven't checked out Alpha Season 5's hub already, and it's not just in the hub, there's actually a bunch of experience that use these things. These 3 assets here can be collected. Actually, a lot of the games you start with them equipped for a lot of the race games. And then you can put them on. And you'll see you get a bunch of new info here above Lucas's head, including these ability slots. Notice that there's 6 of them. We only have 3 so far. So I think that means there's more on the way.
What?
So we got double jump,
On laser vision.
flying, and air dance. And air dance is probably the hardest to explain. Basically, you are perpetually dancing, just kind of, just vibing, doing your thing. But then if you step off the edge of a platform, you actually do a bunch of little hops. You keep on dancing. You don't fall. You're like Bugs Bunny running out the side of an airplane, just like running on air. It's pretty cool. You can actually go really far with this too. So if you hold shift while you're doing it, like I made it all the way out here without touching the ground. And you can also do a pretty big jump off of it. Check out your jump animation.
It's like a
Look at that
split
flying leap.
type thing. Yeah, it's. I think the
That's how far you can get with no speed
air
equipment.
dance. Air dance. The way I would define air dance is it's the literal embodiment of can't stop, won't stop.
Thank you for the raid, Pickaxe Master. Hey, Jazz Wolf. How's it going? Oh, I see Biverson, Lulalove, Metaverse Street Journal, King Charles are all here. Welcome, everybody. Welcome back. So, yeah, it takes you pretty far. What was that? Oh, it's the alert noise. It always confuses me because I don't know what it's for.
Fair.
I think it's supposed to sound like an MSN Messenger, so people are like, "Oh, I got an MSN message," and I don't have that core memory. So for me, I'm just like, what was that noise? I don't know what that came
You
from.
should just change it to "You got mail."
Yeah, so you go really far with no speed equipment. That's how far you get out with that if you do a leaping jump. Once you do the jump, you fall. So you want the jump to be the last thing you do. And there is audio to it, so you can hear it.
I love that jump animation so much.
Let me turn up the Game Maker a little bit. And it's like bump, 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 bump. It's like five notes. So if you're too late on that 5th bounce noise, you won't be able to do the jump. But if you do it right, that's how far you get, which is just insane. How much distance you get out of that.
He just looks so happy.
It's fun. So
Yeah.
with your abilities, you know, you get that going on. But you can't do the other abilities with the dance active. You can only do one ability at a time. So we have to turn off the dance party if we want to double jump. It's pretty straightforward. You press jump. While you're in there, you press jump again. That'll help get you a little bit more height. Good to note is that with 0.11, we can now climb up a 2-meter surface. So we used to be able to just jump up onto a 1 meter or even like a 1.5 meter surface, but we couldn't clear a full 2 blocks. But now you can. So we can jump and then pull ourselves up. Not to 3 meters, but just to 2 meters. But now with the abilities equipped, our double jump shoes on. Oop, I didn't actually
So
put them on.
Go ask that question. He says, has anyone else been seeing quest items like purple, green, gold gems just not showing up, and when you run through them, they gather? Same happened to me in the hub with the dino heads. That actually happened to me with the dino heads in the hub the other day. Like, Panda wanted to take a picture and she wanted everybody to have their dino heads on. And I was like, well, where are the dino heads? And she was like, oh, they're in the photo booth. You actually, the room that you're supposed to take a picture with them on, they're just sitting there waiting for you. And I was sitting in the photo booth and I was like looking around. I'm like, I don't see them.
So
And she
you
told me
were
they
able
were
to
in the
still pick them
corner.
up though?
Yeah, I was still able to pick
Okay.
them up. She was like, they're just in that corner, like they're on that shelf. And so I ran through the shelf, and all of a sudden it went bling, 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 and I had all 3 of them.
So I did hear that there was an issue with collectible items. I'm not sure if that was the issue that I read about this morning. It was an issue that I hadn't encountered myself, so I didn't like focus on the details of the message too closely. So that may have been the issue that was fixed. 0.11.8 came out this morning and is enforced now. So if you go to play in the game client, it'll be version 0.11.8 is the most recent update. That might be fixed in that new version, which only just came out a few hours ago. So
Okay.
you can double check the changelog to see if that was one of the issues that was fixed. I know that something related to collectible equipments was being worked on.
Okay.
It may or may not be solved already, but like I said, I didn't really look into the details of that specific issue.
So 2 questions relating to the equipment. One from Jazzwolf. Jazzy asks, are the abilities only locked to the equipment, or can we make our own equipment and give them the abilities?
They're currently locked to the equipment, and I see the second question is where do you find them, and we're getting there.
Cool.
So now with the double jump, you can actually get up 4 meters. So you do your double jump, and you just keep on holding that space bar. I'm holding space bar and W, and you can
Can we
climb
hold
up.
2 buttons at the same time?
Yeah.
I don't think I can do that.
I mean, you can do it while running also if you want to hold 3.
You want me to hold more than 2? I just said I can't do more than 1.
So yeah, jump and jump.
I was playing what was the game of the experience of the day yesterday? Neon Race, or what is it? Neon Dash? Neon Rush.
Mhm.
And it has all the different equipment in it, and I had a lot of fun with it. It was a little tough getting used to the flying at first, but once I had a handle on that and I had all the equipment, I ran through that experience like 20, 30 times. It was a lot of fun.
So as far as it being available without the equipment, that's not up to me. I don't know. This feature may evolve. Like I pointed out, there's more equipment slots or more ability slots than what we have equipment for. So I know that we're going to see more stuff related to that.
Go back and look at that for a second.
Mm-hmm.
You have all three on right now. And I mean, there's three other. So there's going to be a hand, a sword, a shield, and a head.
Perhaps.
Yeah. Perhaps indeed.
Yeah, I think we'll see how that evolves. As far as
statement, but it was a yes.
as far as unlocking these things, we will whether you need the equipment or not. I think part of it is that you may want part of your game to have the equipment and part of it to not have the equipment. Like you may want a player to progress through a certain part of the game before they get the ability to fly. So you can add that, that jetpack later on in the game. So that way they get the ability to fly, but not right at the start. That's kind of why that's set up that way. And you can always add suggestions for the game maker and game client in the Jira forum and on our Discord. So if you have any feedback related to how you want to use that, I know that our level designers and internal staff have had lots of feedback on this. This is one of the reasons it didn't release when 0.11 came out, is because there was still a lot of changes going on to how exactly this would all be set up. So yeah, I'm still pumped about this stuff. And last one is flying, which is pretty sweet. You can see that you do have a limited amount of flight, and it goes down when you hover. So be aware that you can't just hover indefinitely. And you can hold shift to
go faster.
Zoom a bit faster. Yeah.
A bit faster. Yeah. It gets some stank on it. That's such a cool fly animation too. It's so superhero like. It's wonderful.
Just watch out for fall damage.
You need a parachute now.
So, yeah, those are the abilities. Now, as far as putting them in your game, there is a new library, a new asset kit. So you just click on your library button here, hidden slightly behind Luke's microphone. Pull up your library and change your space to abilities gear. And there they are. So I think by default, they're supposed to have the collectible component on them. And I thought that we had turned that on, and for some reason, they don't seem to be doing it automatically. So I need to look into maybe we missed that. But it's pretty easy. All you have to do, you can select all three at the same time, and then you click Add Component, and collectible. Where is it? Collectible, right here. And confirm. And now you can see that all three of these have collectible on them, and you can pick them up. So these are available free for all creators to add to their games. That is the whole point of that asset kit. To make things a little more interesting here, I added the rotate behavior. So they just kind of spin around slowly. A little animation. And there you go. It's fun. Right. Why is it impossible to die from falling damage, max HP? It's actually impossible to die from falling damage unless you have 1 HP, I think. I think it's 1 HP that you have to be at. Let me double check.
It's a death saving roll, bro.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know that I agree with it. I just, I think that's just the way it's currently set up, is if you...
just exceeded on your roll, man. You were gonna die, but then you didn't because you didn't roll a 1.
I think it's gonna put me at 1 HP. Yeah. So unless you're already at 1 HP, falling damage will put you to 1 HP. And then if you're already at 1, it kills you.
Can I actually... Armadillo asks a good question. I have a potential answer I want to throw out there, and let me see what you think of this, Alex.
Okay.
So, Armadillo's question is, why did the Sandbox opt to require players to wear things to access these abilities? I would much rather make it just an unlockable power in my game. I was actually thinking about this a lot when we first saw how they were doing this, and the more I think about it, the more I like it as like an equipable item. The reason being for me is it's just more controllable that way. I know if you want to make it an unlockable power in your game, it's kind of the same thing, but this just gives you the ability to really restrict how the players can and cannot use this aspect of the game. It allows you to make things a little more, definable as far as I'm thinking about it. Alex, what do you think?
Yeah, I mean, I think like you could probably make it definable if it was a different way. This was just the way that the game designers decided to implement it. Like I think you could end up with the same result by just having like parameters and turning them on and off. But I think we wanted to have cool jetpacks.
Also a good answer. Yeah. Jetpacks are fun.
Yeah. Yeah. So I don't really, I wasn't the person who made the decisions on this. So I can't really speak to like why exactly these were equipments and not just like a toggle. Except I guess like our avatars don't look like they should fly like Superman by default. So like by having the equipment, it means that you can make the character look like it's supposed to be able to do these amazing things.
We've got an ad at the start.
All right. So yeah. All right. We are gonna run the news of the week. I don't think I have new news of the week actually. Maybe. Yeah, I don't have new news of the week. So we're gonna listen to last week's news of the week. We're gonna do an ad break. We'll be right back.
Hello and welcome to the news of the week. This week we are still talking about the Alpha Season 5 and Jurassic World. We've seen the Jurassic World Egg Collection come out, where you have the ability to mint any of these eggs. It has already been mentioned that these eggs will give additional EP bonuses in Alpha Season 5. The Builders Challenge has come to the end on the 26th of March, and that was a fun-filled 4 weeks with so many people running their own events, loads of new experiences that everybody could go and explore. Currently, there are no VoxEdit or Game Jam contests running, but do keep your eye on the events page where you can find all of the latest events. We do have the month of sharing, which ends on March 31st. The Atiz Avatar Collection, go and mint right now. It is also the first Avatar Collection where you will mint the rarity instead of it being randomly generated. Now let's go and have a look at our experiences for this week. First up, we have Sonic Satellites Lunar Leap by Smobler Project. You can race your way through a thrilling parkour. Very well designed, looks like a lot of fun. Next, we have Escape the Chaser by Cash77. This is a single-player experience. You Escape the Chase is a fast-paced, hyper-casual maze runner. And then for our artist, goes to Suka3D Artist for this amazing little grommet that they have created in VoxEdit. Now, the grommet is a character in Realms of Allura, another Web3 game. And I just thought that this looked absolutely amazing. The detail, the texturing, the style of this particular little fan art asset is just absolutely amazing. Obviously, for copyright reasons, this artist won't be able to mint and sell this asset. But in terms of fan art and sort of bridging that gap between Web3 games, I thought this was a really good one to just give a shout out to and mention because of just absolutely how amazing it is. So, while it might not be the time of year for this type of asset, I did want to highlight this amazing asset by Buko for 9 Sand Candy Merchant, and I think it's absolutely amazing. Looks super cute, nice detail, especially with that backpack. Amazing. Fantastic job. Another mention is the collectible packs. I do want to give a shout out to the VoxEdit contest winner collectible pack. Maybe not everything in this collection will be up for sale, but it could be a good way for you to find some absolutely amazing VoxEdit artists who may have other work up for sale. Now back to your regular scheduled content.
All right. You barely hear Lucas. Lucas, give me a sound check real quick.
Check, mic check. 1 2 1 2.
You are a little bit quiet, but you're up all the way for me.
How about now?
A little bit better. Let me see. Let me boost Discord a little bit. All right. Give me a mic check down.
Mic check. 1 2 1 2.
There you go. That's a little better. All right. So where were we? We had some questions here. Kartik over on YouTube wants to know whose idea was it to add air dance? It really doesn't have any use. I don't think that's true. So you have to use air dance in the hub. Now, the way the hub was set up, you can get past those obstacles without air dance. But that's only if you're good at jumping like me.
But air dance looks so much fun.
It is fun, and it lets you clear gaps that you can't with the jump. So let's say we've got our air dance gauntlets on here. So this is an impassable jump. No amount of running faster and coyote time is going to let me clear that gap. But if you've got air dance active, and I just realized my resolution's way up, which it doesn't need to be. There you go. If you got air dance on, you can not only clear that, you can actually clear a lot further than that. It might also prevent fall damage. I'm not sure on that one. Let me try here. Try. Oh, except the equipment's down here. Ah, I spawned off the edge. There we go. So let's see if this disables fall damage.
Jezwolf says, I like the air dance animation just when standing still for picks as well. Okay.
Okay, it does not prevent fall damage, so you can still get fall damage. And yeah, I mean, it's, you get a little spice going on. You got your animation, you got a little swagger, and you got some music notes and sparkles around you. That's fine. Yeah, the jetpack was designed intentionally. So it doesn't give you maximum mobility. That may change. But yeah, so I would love to be able to air dance off the edge of something, do a double jump, and then rocket boost up with the jetpack into the sky. I think that would be super sweet, but currently it's designed so only one thing is possible at a time, and yes, specifically, you do have to be standing on the ground in order to turn on your jetpack. Can I get up there? Can I make it? Oh, just barely. I wasn't actually sure I was gonna make that. So yeah, cool. I mean, all of the equipment is working exactly as it was intended. So if you don't like it, you don't have to use it. I mean, you do have to use it to do some events, but
I'm sure the quest, yeah.
You don't have to do the events if you don't want to.
Yeah, you don't have to do the events. So nobody's holding your feet to fire on that one.
Can't wait for double jump to jetpack activation. I would love double jump to jetpack activation, and also saving fall with jetpack. Yes, I would like those things too, but they're not. They're not currently
superhero stuff right there.
Yeah. Let's see. And yeah, so any parkour area when there's like a whole bunch of like posts and you have to like jump from one to the other, if you get an air pack or air dance ability, then you can just hop right over it. Yeah. Will we be able to equip multiple equipment sets in the future? This is so we can get both cosmetic and performance if your equipment, the high stats, doesn't match. Maybe. That would be
the cosmetic set.
Yeah. I mean, I like getting the speed boost. Like I've got my speed set. But I mean, it looks terrible. Like this combination of things is not, it's like when your 4-year-old comes in the morning and you're like, oh, you dressed yourself.
I dressed myself for school, and you're like, yes, you did. Congratulations. Also, go trim your toenails. Yeah. Toenails
are pretty long on this guy. So yeah, I mean, it would be nice to have a cosmetic set. Again, these are all things that you can drop as feedback. I will tell you, I have dropped these things as feedback before. So like all the things that you're saying are things that I've said too. It's just I'm only one voice. So if the community like on whole is like demanding these things, they're more likely to happen than if just I say it. Let's see. It'd be cool to have a skill tree. So you can do skill trees, not with the abilities. Well, okay, technically you could do it with the abilities. Let's talk about this. Now, I wish there was a game that I could show you right now. I can't because it's coming out later in the season, and you're just gonna have to wait for it. It is super awesome. It has a skill tree. It's not so much a skill tree so much as you have multiple skills that you can select from and level up. So it's like a whole bunch of skill grasses, skill wheat,
vines.
Yeah, they don't branch off into like other skills. It's like you start with no skills, right? And then you can every single time you level up, you can choose between one of 3 skills, and they're kind of random. So like you can choose like a certain attack thing or a certain health thing or a certain defense thing, and each time you level up, you can choose from another 3, and it could be a new one or leveling one of those other ones up.
Okay.
But they're linear in that they don't branch off into other things. But you could make that same sort of thing with branching, and you could have one of those unlocks be getting an abilities equipment. So that is totally an option for you. That is all set up using gameplay rules. So in the gameplay rules, if you look at your presets, you've got stuff like there's the shop, which kind of does stuff like this, but as far as like paying.
Crashed. I'll be right back.
Oh.
Yeah, I think it's a cat. But 1 second.
Oh, okay. A cat crash, not a car crash. That's important difference of 1 letter. So where was I going with this? Shop. So in the shop is like you can spend points to unlock things, but you could also have you can set up a variable that's your XP and your level. So once you get so many levels, or once you get so much XP, you level up, and in the process of leveling up, it gives you an asker that says, do you want option A, B, or C? Things like that.
Everything's fine.
Yeah. Breaks the speedrun flow. Well, that's I think the speedrun flow exists in it breaks the speedrun flow that you want, but speedrunning isn't about what you want, it's about what's possible in the game. So that is it's always going to be what's possible in the game. There's plenty of games that have a mechanic where it's like, if only I could do this, or if only I could do that. And with speedrunning, you just have to do what's possible. And sometimes you have a variety of options, especially in sandbox games or in the sandbox, is that sometimes you have a choice between, like, do I want to be doing air dance to get past this area, or do I want to fly to get through this area? Both options could work, but the animation to transition into flying is takes longer, even though you can get higher and further than with air dance. So there's a trade-off on these things, and that's what speedrunning is all about, is about finding your optimized path. So that's always going to be the case. Is there a giveaway today? Absolutely. We're going to be giving away an orange hat in maybe about 30 minutes or so. Was it a car crash or a cat crash?
It was a cat crash.
Okay.
There's an area of the house that I'm trying to keep the dog out of, and so I put like some suitcases around the front area of that, so that, because the dog will look at like something that's like 12 inches off the ground and be like, well, I guess that's inaccessible for the rest of forever. And the cats will be like, how can I break this? And so they knocked one suitcase over that fell into another suitcase that apparently rolled because there was wheels and hit the kitchen counter and knocked some dishes off.
Nice.
So it was like an unfortunate series, a series of unfortunate events for me. For them, they probably thought it was hysterical.
Panda points out that we're also giving away an alpha pass today. I forgot about that because it is alpha season now. And Panda also said, yes, I can mention who is our first builder in the community clubhouse.
Finally!
It's VoxEdit. So congratulations to VoxEdit. VoxEdit was selected by Panda, and I agreed. VoxEdit should be our first builder. For the second builder, we're going to put that up to a community vote at some point. So keep an eye out for that. I may try to set up something so that way that vote can happen over more than just one stream, because there's the Twitch votes are very like limited in like time. So we'll see if there's a way that we can set that up differently. But I think part of the plan is that we will use Twitch points to do nominations, so you can spend Twitch points to make a nomination, and then we'll take the nominees and put them for a vote. Maybe it could be a question in a giveaway form for people to choose to go to a vote. Oh, that's not a bad idea either. We could do, if we do the nominees through the Twitch points, then over the course of multiple streams, we can make that part of the selection. So every time you fill out the giveaway form, you can put your vote in for who it's going to be. And that way it's kind of, it's limited to like one per person basically, but they could vote across multiple streams.
So do you want me to add that today?
No, because we haven't nominated anybody yet.
Hold on.
We got to wait for the community We've still got a month.
I'm just getting excited and getting ahead of myself.
Yeah. let's wait until we.
Who do you want next?
Yeah. Well, maybe for next stream we'll try to have 4 nominees in place, or not 4 We'll try to have the nominee the Twitch channel point nominee thing in there, and then when we've got 4 nominees, we'll put it in the form to vote. All right, let's see. What is will make you an NPC? So Panda. So I think there's 2 different options. So yeah, for 30,000 sandcastles, we can add your creation. Is it add an NPC of yourself that you created to the community land. So that one is like King of Crypto. He's got all the different like goblin characters, or Batman has his Batman version. They could do the 30,000 sandcastles and then ask us to put a copy of that NPC in the community clubhouse. And then for 100,000 sandcastles, you can ask that Panda make you. So if you're not an artist, or if you just want to see what Panda will do, you can do that one, and Panda will make it for you. That's a big ticket item. All right.
I think so. I mean, that's amazing. Like, I adore my alien avatar that Panda made me.
With 100,000, we get a copy of the NPC, and Panda says, "I don't see why not." So I don't think the plan was to mint them. So we have 2 options there basically. We can mint them. Okay, Panda says no minting, but I can send the file. So Panda, you might not need to send the file if we add them to the SandFam collection. Oh yes, says Panda. Okay, yeah. So, which reminds me, I can open up that form now. So we'll talk about that real quick. Let me just make sure that it is good to go now. I believe, yep, anybody can respond. Okay. So there's a second form in the chat. This is not the giveaway form. This is the SandFam collection form.
Okay.
And I just put that in the chat. Now, if you click on it, you will be taken to here. So I'll read through this briefly. Basically, I will upload your... I'm not going to go through the whole process of like actually how I put them in this collection. But basically what you want to do is you want to have an asset that you've uploaded to your profile. Make sure that it's set to public. So if somebody looks at your profile, it will show up in your assets, my workspace, like this. So this is what your public profile looks like. It's sandbox.games/users/your username. And if somebody clicks on assets and goes to workspace, it's going to show what you've published. So it does need to be in this space as a published public item. So that way I can click on it and I can see it like this. So this is the URL that you want to grab, not the one that says workspace and has a whole bunch of other stuff in it. You want this URL that just has the name of the asset and the asset ID. And if you try pasting this in this space, then it'll work. If you don't have it set up correctly, like if you grab the workspace link, let me see if I can. If I grab the wrong link, I'll show you what that looks like. So this one has like communities / the sandbox / workspace / a bunch of other stuff going on. If you try to paste this one here, it's actually gonna say must be an asset URL from your public profile. So it'll let you know if you've got the URL right or not. So I just need that in your email, and then I'll take a look at the asset. So what I'll be checking for is that it works correctly in the game maker. Like when it should be something that I can kind of understand what it is. Like we've got stairs, we've got a giant chain link, we've got an NPC, we've got wood planks. These are all pretty straightforward things. It shouldn't be like the legs of a boss character. Like if you tried making a boss that had like a torso and legs and a head and arms all as like separate pieces that like fall off when you're doing a battle with them, that's a little complicated and a little like personal for like what you're working on. For like you have your own thoughts of how that game mechanic should work. What we're looking for this collection is stuff that anybody could use in any sort of game. It can be a sci-fi style or a medieval style or whatever style you want, but it shouldn't be like limited to one kind of game mechanic, where you might need to like write a whole tutorial just how to use the thing. So like modular parts of a larger structure are not really what we're looking for with this. So I will take a look at how usable it is, how optimized it is. Like I said, it can still be your style if you've got a unique art style. That's totally fine. But I'll be checking to make sure that the animations work correctly, that the pivots make sense. You know, when you place the asset, is it like lining up with the grid correctly, things like that. So I'll take a look at how your object works, and I'll email you back with any needed feedback on like ways that it could be improved for compatibility with people's games. And we'll go from there. So this form is open for the first 100 entries. You can submit up to 5 as an artist. You don't have to submit all 5. And when it gets to 100, I'll close the form just so that way I have some time to chew through everything and work it out. And
time is not unlimited.
Yeah. And then once I'm done through those 100, I'll open it back up again and people can submit more stuff. What about stone walls? Have a normal wall with the door and a tower. Sorry, what about stone walls? Have a normal wall with door and a tower, and a wooden wall also normal with the door. So the thing with doing doors is that when you set a door in the game maker, the collision turns off for the whole door when you open the door. So if we look at the city, there's a door single asset here. And I think it has door behavior by default. It does not. That's odd, actually. Oh. Did I break it?
The answer to that is always yes.
I maybe broke it a little bit.
VVox would like to know if they can send blocks.
Yeah, blocks are okay too. You can totally do blocks.
I love the idea of sending blocks.
Mm-hmm. Blocks are easy for me to approve. Because there's no pivots or collision or anything really that I need to worry about. It's like when I place it, is it like blindingly bright? All, you know, I would maybe do, you know, not white maximum brightness, because there's not a lot of use for that unless you're doing like heaven and you want the clouds to be blinding.
Clean room.
All right, I guess we have to open the game maker again. But yeah, you can send blocks totally. And the way that I'm doing it isn't intentionally set up so that way, I will need, at some point, I will need you to transfer the assets to me, not right away, but like during this process. So that way I can set them to be free assets and put them in the collection, and then I move them back to you. So that way they stay on your profile and they have your name associated with it. So whenever somebody goes to wow, it like really crashed, didn't it? Whenever somebody goes to use it, it will show your name next to it.
So earlier, Alex was telling us about 2 different links for this form to use. He said, don't use the workspace link, use the more internal one. The reason being, I believe, is the workspace link, I believe that's only accessible for you to view.
Yeah.
If you click on it for your personal account.
Yeah.
The other internal link, that's the one that's visible for everyone to view. I've run into this problem a couple times when we were doing stuff for Sandhelm. So, Bitfox,
Like,
the links you're sending me or you're sending the chat right now, nobody can see what's on the other end of those but you. So just take those, follow them back on your own, get the internal link, and send that to the chat.
This is where that link sends me. Now, I can change the link. So if I remove all of this and that, and I add in this, there we go. I'm there. But I don't want to do that 100 times.
Nope.
I can, and I can even set up a formula to do it for me, but I'm just trying to, the other reason that I'm doing this is because I want to be able to wish list the item and try it out in the game maker. So it needs to be a public link, meaning that you've fully published the asset to your profile. So just all those steps are just kind of to make sure that you're sending me the right kind of link. So in order to get this, I would go to your profile. Go to assets, workspace, and there it is. Yeah. So I see what you mean by doing a stone wall and then a stone wall with a door opening. Yeah, you could do that. You could definitely do that. I don't. So maybe it was confusing when I said modular pieces. Like, you can do similar assets that could be used together. Which, like, so like I've got the 1 meter and the 2 meter planks in there. Those can totally be used together, but they don't have to be used together, right? Like, I could use this gate with other stone blocks, like terrain blocks. I don't have to use this with that other wall piece. What I meant by modular parts of like a bigger thing is like, I gave the example of a boss character. So specifically, like some games where you see like a really huge massive boss, like their arms will fall off during the course of the boss fight. And that's what I meant. I don't want you to send me boss arms and boss legs and a boss torso that all have to be used together in order to function in the game. Because then you need to explain, okay, well, you should set health components on all of these things, and then make sure that this object is attached as a child of that object, and then do this other logic to like make it work in your boss fight and trigger these animations. And like that becomes way too much to, you can't explain that in the game maker to anybody. They would have to figure it out. So the idea is that somebody opens up this collection and goes, oh, here's a bunch of useful things that I can just figure out how to use.
I use the example of the red gas can. It's just something that in every cityscape game, post-apocalyptic game, any game with cars, it's just universally you can use it as a decoration, or you can use it as a fetch quest item. You can use it as, a bludgeoning weapon if you really want to.
It can give explosive damage when it you hit it too many times.
Exactly. So it's an item that everybody can use, that is a game creator can use if they're inside of any certain number of game genres. Just something that's useful, that's universally applicable to multiple different scenarios. If you see something that you could make, or if you thought to yourself, I wish I had this, and then you went out and made it, stuff like that.
Would be nice if there's a size comparison, like a default generic avatar standing next to the asset. Yeah, that could. You mean like in the marketplace or in VoxEdit?
I think in marketplace, just so you could see the size of it without having to go down to the numbers, because I know there's the XYZ asset measurements and voxels and meters, and it shows you all that, but a lot of people don't, they have to go out and look up how big an avatar is, and then they compare it in their head. But if there was just an avatar standing next to that doorway, just right there, right in the center, that might be kind of neat. But then you would have to set that up, I guess. Where would you, the computer wouldn't know where to put the asset for the
so what you can do is you can always wish list these things. If you wish list it, then it'll be in your game maker, and you can put it in the game maker and see if it works for you or not. So yeah, you can always click that heart icon and do that. And I do look at the specs. So this is a 5 meter tall asset. I know that an avatar is just under 2 meters tall. So if we say this is 2.5 right here of the height, then yeah, an avatar would definitely fit under there. If you had a large avatar, those are about 3 meters tall, so they might be brushing the top of their head in that doorway, just barely. They might have to crouch to get under, which isn't a terrible thing. I'm having a hard time getting the game maker to start back up. I don't know what's going on here. Anybody else able to launch the game maker right now? I'm gonna try. It says building now when I start, and it's I just started it though. I just started the launcher. I didn't start the actual game maker.
I had some troubles with the launcher earlier, and I just had to go into Task Manager, close it all out, and then open it back up.
Yeah, I'm trying to see if I have a task for the sandbox that's not visible, but I'm not seeing anything.
But to build on what Jay King was saying, I do think that would be nice to have some sort of visual comparison, just right there in Game Maker, or not in Game Maker, but in the marketplace, just so you can see. I think that would be pretty cool.
Yeah, I'm not sure why it thinks the game maker's still running, because it's definitely not. I was gonna try to repair the installation.
Repair the what?
Repair the installation.
Oh, gotcha.
I guess it'll let me do it even when it says it still thinks I'm building. But...
I thought you were saying repair the insulation, and I was like, wait, is this... Are we talking about assets still? That sounds really in depth. Wait, what game were we making that had insulation in it? Did I not see that on the marketplace?
It's just a wool block in Minecraft, right?
Yeah, well, it'd be all it says Pink Panther across the side of it. You know. Everybody's seen it before.
I've never seen them say Pink Panther before. I know what you're talking about, the pink insulation, right?
Yeah, it's the pink insulation. It was a really common brand of insulation back in the day.
Oh, okay. There's one that I see a lot on the outside of buildings, and it's like it's like that stuff they make like wallets out of that you can't like cut with a box cutter. Gore-Tex or something.
I don't know.
I may be piecing together some weird combinations of memories. All right.
It's possible.
Try to get the. Maybe if I've. Tyvek, thank you, Ice Pilot. That's exactly what I was thinking of.
Really?
Yes.
Okay.
I
thought that was a made-up word.
No, it's a brand of like cut-proof stuff, I think.
Okay.
So they make like armor stuff out of it, right?
I don't know, but I'm gonna look into that word now.
But I'm pretty sure I've heard of like Tyvek wallets, kind of like duct tape wallets, but it's Tyvek.
I mean, Tyvek sounds like it would be armor. Like, that
yeah,
sounds
but
like something they would say in like the Fifth Element when they were talking about like the armor for the guns. You know, they
right.
won't even penetrate Tyvek armor.
Yeah, I think it's used for some of that stuff.
Okay.
Well, there is Kevlar also, but Tyvek is used like on the side of buildings, right? It's like house wrap for like insulation and stuff. But I feel like it's a material that's used in more things than just that. See, I don't even see the launcher in my detailed processes. Let's see. Yeah, it doesn't. There's no go to details on it. Oh, here it is. Okay. And process tree. Kill all the things that it started until there's none left. Oh, okay. I got rid of all of them. All right, let's try launching this again. I'd like to actually build something. Why do you think I'm still building? I think I'm gonna have to restart my computer. It's like it's like the game maker got stuck open, sort of. See, when I double click the icon for the game maker, it closes the launcher, which is weird. Or maybe if I just uninstall. Something went wrong. But in order to restart my computer, I have to end the stream, which is just kind of like a... At that point, it's like, do we want to start back up again?
I understand.
All right, well, if I can't get the game maker running, maybe we can get the game client running, and then I can... I haven't played the season at all since it started, besides like testing on a secondary account, but I haven't played it with my own profile yet.
I was gonna say, you're still at level 1, so maybe we play games for a little while.
Yeah. Let's see. I still need to find that fifth duck. Somebody kind of slightly spoiled it. I saw a little bit of a wider screenshot of the one that I haven't found yet. All right, let's try launching the game client because Game Maker's not cooperating.
Not having it. Also, Timeout 2 is available. Nice.
Yeah, King Charles, I went to the details in Task Manager, and like if you right click on things, you can end process tree, and I did that for all of the launcher things. There was no sand. Like, can you see that I've got the sandbox, which is the client? There's no process for the game maker at all anywhere in here. So I have no idea why. Oh wait, no, I didn't. I wanted to go to the hub.
Well, you're in Timeout 2, bruh.
No, go to the hub. Wow, they're really well hidden, or I'm blind. I found 4 out of 5, and the 5th one is really eluding me. I've spent so much time looking for it, and even seeing the screenshot, I'm still like a little bit unsure of where it might be.
It kind of showed me where the first one was, or the first one, like the one that most people find, the first one most people find. And I'm not gonna lie, I wouldn't have found that one. Like, I know it's just like right there when you first start up, basically, but it's under so much stuff that I don't think I would have. I think I would have found all the other ones except for that one.
Dance fight boo banana.
Hmm?
I don't know. It's this little banana looking like Metapod over there. So the first one that people would find, I mean, I don't know that it was the first one that I found, but there is one right here. Okay, if you don't want to know where the ducks are, you should stop watching, because I'm going to show you where they all are now. So there's
Why
one.
would you do that?
There's one here by the entrance.
Spoiler alert!
I gave the spoiler alert. So, all right, there's one here. That wasn't the first one that I found though. One thing that is interesting is the hub changed since our test. This whole area in here is different. This was like a building before, almost like
Wait,
a.
look up. Is the pterodactyl hanging from a string?
Yeah. This is it's like a museum.
I like it. I like it a lot.
So this area was set up kind of like the entrance to the park in Jurassic World. With it, like, this was like a whole building. So it was different before, but none of the duck locations changed, I don't think, unless the duck is somewhere up here. I just still have never found this last duck. So we've got one, and I'm gonna go ahead and grab my equipment here.
Pirate just hanging out there. What you want, pirate? Don't you have like ships to plunder?
Well, I mean, if I was a pirate, I might hang out at a museum every once in a while.
I mean, it's a dinosaur museum, absolutely. Yeah.
Blackbeard says, an old sea dog like me is not impressed by mere lizards. Haha. Some of them swim, you know. I guess he doesn't like the museum. Interesting. All right. Oh, I'm going to turn off the wizard radio because we've got in-game music.
Good call.
All right. So showed you where the first one is. The second one, I think, was the first one that I found. Is over here somewhere. Oh, did I see it out of the corner of my eye? There it is. Right here. Which I don't know if I can reach that with just the double jump.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna need that. I'm gonna need more equipment. I'm under-equipped for this particular situation.
Curious about air games, aren't you? Dance. You can walk on air while dancing. Equip these dancing gauntlets. Activate them.
Let's see, you gotta equip that stuff, Alex.
And so you can actually, every single time you touch ground, it like resets your air dance. So when I talked about like bypassing parkour areas. As long as they're all at the same level, you really can just run straight through. Like there's nothing stopping you. It's pretty cool.
I haven't done a sound effect in a long time. I really just need to get a soundboard. I think it would make all of our lives a little better.
All right, so we got that. So they are here in the tree. I think that was the first one that I found. Now that's 2.
The second one I found was the first one you pointed out.
The third one.
The third one you're going to point out is one that I think I would never find. This is the one where I was like, I don't think I'd ever find this one.
Actually, this might have been the first one that I found. Because I think I went down here and I was like, oh, I wonder if there's a secret entrance down here. And then I saw some colors that didn't match the green. And went, oh, hey. So there's 3. Fourth one.
I may have looked around in there for a secret entrance, though. You are right on that.
Yeah. The fourth one is maybe not the hardest one for me to find because I still haven't found the 5th one. But maybe the hardest for people who aren't used to just flying around places. Up in here. So in the Sky Island, there's an area that's kind of covered up, and you can find some treasure in there.
I like it a lot. This is my favorite.
Tom Voxel even checked for a secret place behind the waterfall. Yeah, I was I tried behind all of these. Like I was like looking for like, is there like a place on the edges that I could like swim through? What about down here in the safety net? Like, is there a secret spot back here? And well, it'll let you fall, but there's no secret entrance back here. So I've looked through those a whole bunch of times. Now the screenshot that I saw showed a bunch of stone wall with some puddles in it, which kind of looks like, oh, did I get stuck? No, I do this all the time. I somehow grab the edge of the ladders.
The way you're trying to climb out of it. Oh man.
So I've done that specific thing so many times. I don't know. I feel like it's just a me thing.
I've never done it. So between the two of us, it's a you thing.
So yeah. I don't think it's back here. It's not. I did get the red flower from back here already. And there's a little fox.
Okay. I think it's a red-tailed panda.
Or yeah.
Red panda.
It is, yeah, it's a red-tailed panda. But look.
That's adorable. I rolled over on his belly.
Yeah. On his back.
On his back to show his belly.
Yeah.
I think it's funny how there are multiple animals in Alpha Season 5 where you walk up to them and you can see an interact button and it's just like pet. And you pet them and that's it. There's nothing else. You just walk away. And I think that's wonderful. Like, you're not getting any
I
XP
haven't
from
seen
it.
the pet.
I saw a dog. I saw, I think it was a duck. Like, There's all these different animals. You walk up to them and it's like interact. You push the interact button. It just says pet, and the animal just like smiles at you.
I haven't
was like,
I haven't
that's
found
a
any of those yet.
nice touch.
People do like that in games.
It's fun. It's a nice little touch. Pet dinos in the Neon Rush, says King Charles.
Mm. Oh, so you can do a double jump from a fall, though. So if you jump off the edge, you can double jump right before you hit the ground, and I think that does cancel fall damage.
I was gonna say I thought you could do that, but somebody else had said earlier that you couldn't, so I was like, oh, I must be mistaken. But I distinctly remember doing that to get to a ledge I thought I distinctly remembered doing that to get to a ledge I needed to be at for something.
You do have to jump off the edge. You can't walk or fall off the edge. You do have to jump, and then the double jump can happen. The second jump in the double jump can happen at any point after that.
There has to be a primary jump for there to be a secondary jump.
Right. Exactly.
Makes perfect sense. If there's just a walk, then there's no secondary jump. There's no primary jump.
Mm-hmm.
Fish is really just, he's getting his steps in.
Yeah, I still don't know where is this? I can't find it. I feel like I've looked everywhere. So the screenshot showed a gray stony backdrop, kind of like this, and it did appear to be indoors. Like the lighting of it did not look bright like this. It looked shadowy like this. And then there were a couple little puddles of water, like just single block areas of water. Panda, have you found it yet? Have you found the fifth one yet? Because I'm starting to wonder if I like need to talk to an NPC that will teleport me to a special area or something. Jazzwolf says, I know where that one is. You don't have to talk to anybody to teleport. Okay. I'm running out of like spaces that are like big enough to do that. Like it kind of looks like this area, but it's not. I think I need to do the landowner claims before I can get into these areas. Yeah. I haven't claimed any of the landowner stuff yet. Got another red flower. And I don't have any of the passes yet. And I'm just like, is it inside one of these? I don't think it would be. The Atari one doesn't look right.
Mm-hmm.
Unless you mean like, yeah, no. The Atari space is not what that screenshot looked like for the one that I haven't found yet. The one that I haven't found, there's no objects in it at all. It's just gray blocks and some water blocks. Yeah, the
Who posted that
screenshots.
Screenshot again?
It was my brain is not remembering the name. The one who won the leaderboard for Hat Collector.
DeGoss?
Yeah. My brain wanted to go Sebga, and I'm like, that's not it. It's a different 5-letter name with an E and an S and A in it. Energy. They're similar names, just kind of rearranged.
Yeah,
one's a B,
actually.
one's a D.
Is it C DeGoss on Twitter?
I don't. They replied to me on something, and that's why I saw it. And I was like, spoilers! But also, I'm losing my mind trying to find this last thing. I'm like, where is this area? It's just like so well hidden. Snake. Lucas, did you notice that this head is animated?
I did. Little flaps fly out. It's wonderful. When we took pictures the other day, that's the one that I was wearing, and I was trying to time it for when the flaps came out.
There are 5 sets of ducks, and I've still not found the 5th one, even though I know exactly what the area it's in looks like. I've just been unable to find it.
I think that means it's an internal area.
I mean,
inside something.
It's got to be, but I mean, I've looked around a lot.
Maybe
at like
it's
all
in
these
one of the
rocks and
areas
stuff.
where you get like a key. You go into an area. Have you?
No, because you can peek in the windows for those, and I've done that.
Have you though?
Many times.
Really? Yeah,
Over
I
and
bet you
over.
have.
Like I've easily spent like 2 hours trying to find this last duck.
My word.
Just jumping around the hub like over and over and over
like
again.
30 seconds, and I was like, it's invisible. I'll never find it.
I'm like, is there like a secret entrance in one of these?
Thank you, Tom. Tom just posted a link to the thread, and it was SSK Wolf. I remember that Tom Box was involved in the conversation.
It was SSK? Oh.
SSK Wolf, yeah. There's no puddles in the picture, Alex. You're...
No, the one that that wasn't the one where I said it was a spoiler.
Well, there's no puddles in any of the pictures.
You're not looking at the right pictures.
Okay. If you look at the chat, Tom posted a link.
I already clicked it.
Okay.
Let's see. Yeah, it was Degas who posted it. They tagged me. It was their original thread. They made their own thread.
Gotcha.
But I saw it because they tagged me. And there's got to be a hidden cave that I haven't found yet. Because I can't think of anywhere else that looks like this. It's got...
Nobody tell them where it is.
I'm sure I can find it. Like...
Oh, I'm sure you can too. So I'm like internally, I'm like, do I want to torture him or?
Whoa, did you figure it out just now?
No.
Oh, okay.
Trying. I'm watching the chat and hanging out with the community.
I'm ignoring them until I find this duck. So there's...
Go back to that Coliseum-looking building that's under the nets. There you
What
go.
about it?
Look at the top of the Coliseum. Like, it's got like a little roof that protrudes.
Mm-hmm.
Have you checked out the top of that roof?
I was standing on it a minute ago. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, there's nothing here. Just pain, actually.
Those gutters are full of sadness and leaves.
But yeah, there's got to be a secret cave somewhere. Yes, King Charles. That was the. That's right. That was what I was referring to. And I just can't.
Water.
Yeah.
Bum, bum, bum.
Right? And there's only so much water in here. So there's got to be like a hidden.
Secret garden.
Ah, got it. There's the last one. I thought I had already flown to the top of all the waterfalls. I guess I just missed this one.
Oh.
But I had definitely tried squeezing in to the top of that waterfall and that waterfall. And I think
Alex
I just...
was actually trying to cause damage to his avatar by running into the wall as fast as he could. And he ended up going through and into the secret cave. And he was like, oh. I mean, I meant to do that. I was totally looking.
I had scoured like basically every surface, even underneath of these rocks, but I just had not tried flying into the top of that waterfall. I think if swimming was enabled, I would have swum up that waterfall a lot sooner. There's even like a little trap there. So like if you're flying, you can accidentally like fly up instead of forwards and like miss it almost.
I like it.
It was evil.
Devilishly clever.
I think that's the hardest time I've ever had finding one of those ducks.
Nice.
All right. I've got a couple quests in here to finish though.
No, you don't.
Let's see. What? What are you talking about?
I have no idea.
Oh, hey, Dr. Metaverse is in here. And Masca. Ooh. The ambassadors are green now. They were purple before.
I think they change the color every season.
Maybe not every season, because I think it was blue for a while.
It was blue for a while, but I think it was like blue, but there was like, actually no, I think the heads were. It was possible to keep the heads, the avatar thing, if you just change something up in your setup.
Yeah, there's been a few different ways that they've worked, like allowing heads or not allowing heads, and then there was like Dr. Bumpkus avatars.
In the lab coats.
All right.
You found your way to season 5. Talk to my friend Dario. And talk to my colleagues. They're rangers like me.
Sorry, I'm skipping through the dialogue because I've played this one a whole bunch of times already.
You're fine. The other day when I was on the screen, I made sure to like read through all of the dialogue so people could read along if they wanted to. So we've already got a stream where I went through all this while me and Panda were playing around and walked everybody through it all. I had trouble finding the jetpack, so people walked me through that, and everybody got a nice bird's eye view of everything going on in here. So you're good. Skip through it all.
The robots make cute little noises though.
Beep, boop, pop.
If you're special rewards based on
All right, that's done. And then the premium one, I think I need the key, the pass for it, right? Yeah, I need the key to get over there. So I haven't gotten the keys yet. That one will have to wait. And then the adventure quest is this one, which I think I've got most of the red flowers. Yep, I got all the red flowers.
job. You're doing the first adventure of the season awaits.
Ta-da!
Ooh, you get the first key with the battle pass.
But I haven't claimed it yet.
I understand that. I was just saying I was letting people know because I didn't realize that until just now.
Bird Z, what is your avatar?
Playboy Bunny,
Is it?
I think.
I mean, I that's what I would guess, but I don't remember seeing one that looked like that before.
because the eyes, they're rather metaversey.
Hmm. All right. What time is it? Not quite 3. Let's see if I can get the Game Maker running. Actually, I had like fun stuff that I wanted to do in the Game Maker. But let's see what we've got. Oh, still says it's building, so I think I'm gonna have to restart my computer for that. Well, let's see if there's anybody that we can raid. Wait, did we announce the winner yet for
We did not.
the
Give me
giveaway?
a few seconds on that, and I'll finish
Okay.
wrapping that up.
All right. I don't think we have enough time for me to really jump into another experience because the next one that I want to do is the dinosaurs, which will clear my whole battle pass, but it takes like an hour or so at least, and I have to get my daughter off the bus today, so I don't have enough time for that. Let's see. Let me see who we could raid. Anybody playing the season on Twitch? I see Hoddle is online. We could raid Hoddle. Anybody in the sandbox right now? Nope. All right. So we'll raid Hoddle in just a minute here. And I guess Saturday we'll play the Jurassic World game. I'm excited for that. It's fun. I like it. Lucas, have you tried that one out yet?
Which one?
The Jurassic World game.
I have. It was a lot of fun. I really enjoyed it.
Mm-hmm. I just like that the eggs just like remember what they were doing if you come back later.
Yeah,
it was pretty cool.
It was really cute too. And there's a few things in it that were there was a minor glitch when I was playing it. But once people walked me through how to like bypass that, because it was a really easy bypass, like the whole game just got so much better. And I enjoyed watching them grow up. I enjoyed the fact that I could access all the herbivores once I got certain point levels, and I already had an egg. I had my Pyroraptor in there, so I got to watch them grow up. And I don't know, it was cute, it was fun, it was enjoyable, and it was like a little stressful. And I like that in a game, you know. All right, I got those winners, Alex.
All right, who are our winners?
Congratulations goes out to Asia 1985. You have won yourself Wizzy's Singed Orange Hat, and congratulations goes out to Monarch Prince. You are now the proud owner of an Alpha Season 5 pass. And by now, I mean as soon as it gets airdropped into your wallet now, not now. Congratulations, you two. You don't have to do anything. We already have your wallet information. They will be sent on over to you. Sit back, relax, and enjoy the ride.
All right. Well, thank you everybody for hanging in there with us. We're gonna go raid Hoddle. So go have fun. I think she's playing marbles right now. So we're gonna raid. Make sure I get the name right here. All right, and we'll see you on Saturday. Have a great rest of your week, everybody.
Bye, everyone. Thanks for hanging out.